Ooh. Hello again, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Trudi show. So in the last live, Alex and I were discussing the fact that we're only doing this video the live videos 3 times a week now. I'm starting to debate if I should just call this Trudy's couch because I'm always doing it from my trusty couch in my flat. So maybe that's a potential name. I don't know. But regardless, welcome back. So since it's Friday, I decided to just do a chilled chat with you guys about some of our templates that I've seen some of our clients struggling with. So I'm just going to quickly show you specifically 2 templates and how to set those up, because you look at it and it's so confusing. I know when I first saw the templates, I had to ask, what is this about? Like, I had to go to production and ask them, okay, what is what? So don't worry if you've seen some of these templates and script, like I know they can seem complicated. So we're just going to take a look at those quickly today. Specifically the Gazebo template, the master template that we send to you or you can download from the website, and the paper bag template. Those 2 tend to be the 2 templates that confuse people the most. Earlier I spoke to Shelton and I showed some of the banner templates and how to use those. So I thought I'd just build on that and quickly show this to you guys. So I'm going to share my screen with you and I'm going to show you how to design basically for paper bags. This is an example of our paper bags with the gloss finish. It's really pretty and super handy. You'll see if you go on the website, you can customize basically the ropes, the color, all of that. So this is really nice, but I need to show you how to actually set this up. And unfortunately, I don't have a gazebo here with me to show to you, but I'm sure you're all familiar with what a gazebo looks like. So we're just going to quickly show you how to design that. Okay, so sharing my screen. Great. Okay, so I've already opened up Illustrator. Let me show you guys what the 2 templates look like when you get it. So this is the Gazebo template, and that looks kind of terrifying. So I know a lot of people struggle with this and get confused where to put what. So I'll show you guys that in a bit. And here is the paper bag template. So I do realize that it can seem quite confusing. So today we're just quickly going to go through these 2. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in Adobe Illustrator. Let's start with the gazebo. I think this is going to be nice and quick. I'm not going to do a complicated design. I just want to show you guys what goes for what. So a handy tip here is just to, I think, change the canvas size a little bit. That doesn't matter as long as you don't change the actual templates. Just so you have an area to actually add some bleed onto the sides of these pieces here. I think it's always safe practice, you know, at the end of the day, we can cut it off on our side, but it's always safe practice just to make sure you have a bleed around that area. Okay, cool. So normally you would set up a bleed, you know, you would go in your document setup, you would set up a bleed here. You can still do that if you feel better about it, but it's not necessary for this, because as long as you're making sure the color overlaps on all sides, I think that's fine. So you might want to just make some alterations here. I know I'm going to do this just to make my workspace a bit easier. This is also how my brain works. If you're a creative, you'll understand what I mean by that. Okay, so it's important to there seems to have been a bit of a clipping loss there. No worries. Cool. It's important to make sure that, let me just move these. You'll see why now I'm moving them. Okay, let me see if I can explain this. So I want to make sure that there is color overlapping on all the sides. So obviously you don't want these too close to each other because it's overlapping all over then into the other shape, and you don't necessarily want that. So we're just quickly gonna make this a little easier to work with. All right, cool. So this is a little tedious, but bear with me. Usually I'm working with a mouse, and right now I'm working with my trackpad, so it is a bit slower. There we go. That should be fine. Okay, cool. So basically, these bigger shapes are the 4 sides of the gazebo. Basically, this is the, oh gosh, hold on. I just realized I don't know how to explain this without actually showing an image. The fun part of being a creative, am I right? Let's just go ahead and search for gazebo. Cool. All right, great. So we do also have the option of adding sides to the gazebo. If you do want to do that, go ahead and so you can add walls here. If you want to do that, go ahead and ask customer service to send you that specific template. But today we're just going to go on a gazebo that looks like this. So this little side here is this. And you want to make sure you, again, same as with the banners, stick in the red dotted lines. We want to make sure that the background color, so in this example, it's the red here. We want to make sure that that is overlapping everywhere, but any important information like your logo, for example, here, stays in the dotted line. That's because of stitching and how the final product is assembled and put together. So you want to make sure that none of the important information is outside of the safety line. So, for example, let's just do a quick, I'm going to use my pen tool. Let's just do a quick, I'm just going to design one side for now. I don't want to waste any time. Let's just do a quick background color for this. So do you see what I mean with it does overlap? Changing the color, let's go for a nice dusty pink because it's Friday and we're happy. There we go. So you're gonna make sure that if you want to put your logo on the gazebo, if you want to put any important text or information, maybe your contact number, the name of your organization, your slogan, you want to make sure that it's over here. So let's just say slogan plus logo. So I'm just showing you guys a quick example here. So you'll make sure that it stays in this safety area here. Okay, so that's by no means pretty, but that's basically how to use these templates. These little tips here, these little triangles, are the top piece. So again, it's probably in most cases just going to be a background color, but it really depends on your design. As always, for things like this is super large format. You want to make sure that you use very, very, very high res imagery. A small little logo on this that's not vector is really, really, really not going to look good. You don't want to have this huge gazebo printed and everything is pixelated and blocky in the final product. So be careful of that. Okay, so that's the basics of the gazebo. You can save that out as a PDF. I'm not going to cover that now. We've covered that a lot in our various other tutorials, so please go back on those if you're not too sure. I'm not going to bother saving that out. Then let's quickly take a look at the carry bags. Okay. By the way, if you guys are hearing a bit of a tippy tap in the background, that is my Boston Terrier Droplet, and she is having an excited day of just wanting to walk around the apartment. So sorry about any background noise, but it's one of those perks of working from home, having your dog with you all day. It's wonderful. All right, so this is the paper bag. And first, I would like to... let me just remove this so that you guys can see. So obviously with the paper bag, we have two sides, right? Two big sides, and then this dented side. Cool. And those are basically what you can print, all right? These four sides, all right? And in the inside, you can choose what the base color of the bag is. So that's not an issue. And as I said, you can also customize what color you want these ropes to be. But these are the flat sides. That's what I'm going to be referring to, the flat sides and the sides, okay? Cool. And then also you'll see we have these little folded parts here that's glued down. Okay, cool. So let me just share my screen again. So that's basically what the template is. These are the flat sides. Let's you know what, let me import an image just so it's a little prettier. Again, please use high resolution imagery. This is an A5 size bag. We do have A5, A4, different sizes. Go check it out on the website. But yeah, you want to use high resolution imagery for this. Embed, send that to back so that you can see the lines. There we go. I'm just going to crop this. Doing a very messy job, but you get the idea. Okay, so that's side one. And then this is side two. Okay, and we want to make sure that this is sent to the back so that the die line, the red line, is on top. Did this not send properly? You must listen to me. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, so those are your two flat sides of the bag. You can add your logo. You can do whatever you want with this design here. If you want to leave the dented sides, so that's what I was showing to you earlier. If you want to leave this blank, you really can, and we'll just keep it white or whatever the color is of the thing. These are all folded, as you can see, and we've already got the little holes for where the rope is going to be, so you need to make sure that you don't have any important information there. Stick to the safety lines, stick to, you know, the 3mm safety line rule, but I would say it's really up to you how you want to design this. I am always careful and make sure that any background color I have, I pull through on all of this, but it really depends on how you want to design it. But for me personally, I think it's a safe rule to just have a background that overlaps everywhere. So if you want to keep it white, for example, the Trudi bag that I showed you now, if you want to keep this white, you can, but you know, if I wanted to be safe and I wanted everything to be red, I would have pulled this red through everywhere just to be safe so that it's consistent. So that's basically it. It's just a quick little tutorial. We're not going to go through any like print ready steps today because I think I've covered that quite a lot. Please go check out the previous tutorials on that. But those are the two templates that I have seen are quite complicated. I will cover a couple of other templates we have in the future as well. But yeah, I think I just wanted to have a nice chill chat with you guys today on designing basically paper bags and gazebos. Paper bags, you know, are so useful right now. A lot of people want something that they can reuse. It's a bit more sustainable than plastic bags, and they can look really chic. So I think it's, you know, especially if you have like a gloss finish, it's great for like a boutique chic look. So I think paper bags are awesome. And if you have like a sanitizer stand or like, I don't know, an information stand somewhere that you want people to go to or to advertise your brand, a gazebo is always a good option, but you will know best what suits your business. But yeah, those are two products that I wanted to cover today. Then I just wanted to mention a quick couple of things, guys. Please subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't already. I'm going to leave a comment in the comments down below. Please go subscribe. We're sending out offers every now and then, so you can really save if you subscribe to that. We do not spam on that. We at most send 1 email per week on that, so please do go subscribe. We will not spam you, and it's very useful if you want to make use of promotions we're running and save, and also be notified if there are any pricing changes, which is important if you're a reseller and you need to, you know, tell your clients. So stuff like that is quite important, and it's also good for you to just know if there are any like delays in production from our side. You know, just important information overall if you're working with us and if you want to order with us. So please go do that. And then lastly, I just launched a brand new Printulu Cast episode with Philippe oh gosh, he's going to kill me. I always screw up his last name. Alamazani. Thank you. There we go. Got it. Blonde moment. But he's the CEO of Chef and Guest, and they're basically a hospitality business that brings fine dining to the comfort of your own home. And it was quite interesting to chat to him because he's managed to make this droplet, quiet, sorry guys, he's managed to make this lockdown kind of just work for his business. The business is thriving. It's really picking up. They're doing super well. And I think it's just really interesting to hear how he's done that, how he's approached his marketing of his business, and how he's making sure that people trust him, you know, because food is such an intimate thing. And I think a lot of people are craving a fine dining experience. If you're anything like me, you are so sick of just constant Uber Eats deliveries, and you have the same restaurants in your area. You can't really go anywhere without being covered from head to toe in sanitizer. So I think this is a pretty cool experience, and I think it's really nice to hear how he's managed in a hospitality industry that's really suffering right now to make sure his business is thriving. So please go check that out. I will post the link to subscribing to the Printulacast as well. It's free to listen to. So yeah, go check that out and subscribe to the newsletter. All the links will be posted below. And I hope you guys have a lovely Friday and a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Cheers, everyone.